see. Is there a little red thing there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that means it's transmitting. Green light. Green light's good.
Now, am I speaking into that? Or that?
Both.
Oh.
So that's what I'm going to stick there. Like that. It'll pick up.
Good morning.
All right, glory to God. Excuse me, ma'am. All right.
If you haven't already done so, please silence your mobile devices. Good morning. My name is Carolyn Bailey, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Unity of the Hill Country, where we offer a positive path for spiritual living. Please join me in saying our opening statement here on the screen together. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe. God the good, the omnipotent. I have a few quick announcements for you today. And this is the third Sunday, which is Abundant Sunday, so we will be having food today. Whether you remember to bring a dish or not, please join us. There is always more than enough to share. Also, we have the pastor search affirmations that I would like us to say. The search committee affirmation.
Together
We are the beacon illuminating the path forward for our perfect and new minister to join us, so as one we will all shine brighter. We also have the prosperity banks. You can pick one up at the table at the Welcome Center. Simply drop a coin in the bank each day, saying a prayer of gratitude, and bring it back on the next Abundant Sunday. Did anyone bring a bank today filled with the gratitude? No? Okay. Let us take a moment to remember our source and our gratitude, that the source for all blessings we have in our lives, and so it is. First timers, we would like to extend a special welcome to anyone who is here with us for the first time this morning. If you are comfortable, please raise your hand, and the ushers will bring you a packet. And we don't have any newcomers, okay. Prayer request. Prayer is an important spiritual practice. In fact, Unity was founded on prayer. We are always ready to pray with you. Prayer request cards are in the seat pocket in front of you. Complete and drop it in the bag and your offering, or in the prayer chest just outside the doors. Sister Von Gyllenband, if you'll come and bless our prayer chest, please.
And so we breathe, remembering the truth, aligning with truth, being truth. And in this place, in this time, we recognize that all the prayers that are in this prayer box, all the prayers that are on our heart, are being answered in divine timing, divine order, and we are so grateful. We are so grateful that we can let go, knowing that all is well. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Now, if we will do our affirmation for our mission and vision statement, to live consciously, celebrating the divine potential in all. Our daily word reader is Mrs. Anita Pohl.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Anita, and it is my pleasure to read the daily word today with you today. We join in with millions of daily word readers around the world receiving this message. The Christ candle is lit, representing the divine nature within us all. The word for today is world peace. The affirmation is, I am a peaceful presence to all. Would you repeat that with me, please? I am a peaceful presence to all. Peace in the world begins with me. I consider it a sacred responsibility to respond to all people and circumstances peacefully. I forgive myself for those moments I am less than perfect and quickly return to the peace of God in my heart. I am a living expression of God, just as all people are. My tranquil being inspires peacefulness wherever I go and with everyone I meet. Each day, I join like-minded people everywhere in a renewed commitment to be a presence of peace. I give thanks that as each of us communicates with God's love in our unique ways, peace and harmony are established in individuals, families, communities, and among nations throughout the world. 2 Corinthians 13:11. Put things in order, listen to my appeal, agree with one another, live in peace, and the God of love and peace will be with you. I'm glad to see everybody here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita.
Thank you, Anita. I appreciate that. The meditation song in preparation for our time of meditation. In this moment with Melinda Wood Allen, you may choose to close your eyes and relax into the song.
In this moment, we come in peace. In this moment, we come in love. In this moment, we come in gratitude. In this moment, we recognize that we have everything we need and we can relax now. The words of that song were so beautiful and so clearly said those things that we sometimes need to be reminded about. To forgive ourselves, to forgive others, to love, to be grateful, to be at peace. Let's take those words into the silence and let's just be in the silence for a minute or so and listen. Listen for the words that are given to you in guidance and love. Listen to your heart's song. If you struggle with the silence, just pay attention to the breath. God is, I am. God is, I am. I am in wholeness. I am in health. I am that I am, directed and guided by the indwelling Christ. I feel the power that is in the guidance. I feel the joy of living in the experience of the divine. Allow yourself to know. Allow yourself to be. As we join together in singing Alleluia.
Alleluia.
Good morning. I think all of you know who I am. Been here a time or two. I think I've hugged most of you and loved you and see the love that radiates from you. Y'all are a really special group. You know that, right? You feel it? When you come together, do you recognize the love and energy that you bring in this room, in this space? Does it touch you and lift you up and make you glad that you got up this morning and got ready to be here? Yeah. Does to me, I'm telling you. I wonder how many of you have ever heard this expression. Sticks and stones will won't break my bone. I mean, will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Anybody heard that? And then I will ask, when you were like in the 3rd grade, was there maybe a bully that said something to you that even today you remember? So when I was, probably maybe in the 4th grade, people started teasing me about my teeth, about having buck teeth. I remember that today. So when we say that words can't hurt us, we might want to reconsider that. And I ask, how do you use your words? And how are you putting them out into the universe? Are you doing that in a way that is comfortable for you? Are you aware? Do you even think about it, or do you just talk? I know I have friends that go, oh, it just comes out of my mouth. I have no filter. Sometimes it's good to have a filter, don't you think? And why do we want a filter? Because we might hurt somebody's feelings. Y'all know that I have a hard time being in one place. This may not come off. This may not work. Just yank it. Okay, there it goes. So, now I feel better. I can move around. We are living in a place and a time that it is important that we use our words lovingly, purposely. And we know that words are important. Why? We begin with, in the beginning. In the beginning, God said. God said. It doesn't, I mean, there's the creation process that goes with that. But the important is that there was, God said. Now, we're not talking about the old man in the sky. We're talking about there was a void, there was energy moving, there was the words were spoken that created. The God mind had an idea, and there was a divine idea that went into the mind and was expressed and made manifest. Made manifest, just like that. And then Jesus said, in the beginning, I know, it was John that reported this, but you know, John isn't the actual writer of John, they don't believe, but it's okay. He introduced himself there and made himself sound like the person he wanted to be. And he spoke of Jesus with great love. So he said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word was God. That's pretty powerful, don't you think? Yes. So if we're going around saying, I am this and I am that, don't we want to be careful with what it is that we follow that with? Or if we're going to say, you are, all you couples out there, you careful with each other when you say you are. You are bothering me right now. Well, you know, I am bothered. That's really the truth. Not about you, it's about me. Yesterday, my mother just bugged the heck out of me. My mother's 100 years old. Wow. And she had all these questions for me, and I was not awake yet. And I just went, it doesn't matter, but it does. It matters. You know, it's important to respect and use that word that I use, whatever it is, with respect. I did think I told her at the time
that I was not awake yet and couldn't have that conversation. But the Word was the beginning, and the Word was God. So we need to look at what we do, how we do it, what we want to say, what we want to manifest, what we're thinking about. What are we thinking about? And how do we come about manifesting in a positive way? Now, I'm not talking about that manifestation where we go, oh, I want $1 million. And then we sit down and we wait for the $1 million to come. And we affirm it a whole lot. And then we go, well, where's God? Because I haven't got my $1 million and I'm sitting here affirming it over and over. That is not how we use the word. You see, to use the word, we want to be in the flow of the divine. We want to be aware that there are divine ideas, and we want to get still and listen and be in that place of flow versus that place of pushing, that place of deciding, I want it my way and my way, only my way. And if you don't give it to me my way, well then, that's not the way it works. We get in the flow, and then we want what is there for us with the divine in the divine. Now, interestingly enough, these sayings, these scriptures were written way back when, and today we have people proving that the word is powerful. We have people proving that the energy of the word goes out into a field, a matrix, if you will, an energy field, and in that energy field, it starts to bring things together. And if something is connected, they took atoms and split them. This is Greg Braden's work. You may know of Greg and the Divine Matrix. They split them and they send them out and they come back together because they are connected. As are we. We're all connected. So we need to be aware that there is power in what we send out. We need to be aware that our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs have the power to create our reality. Now that's one of Unity's principles, isn't it? Yes. Anybody know which principle? You know. It's number 3. So we don't just create as individuals, but we create as groups. We create through that connected divine mind. When we come together in love and an awareness that our love can touch other people, then something happens. Something happens. So we may not always know the larger meaning of things that happen in our life, and we may not like it. There might be something that comes up and we go, why did that happen to me? We don't have to know. All we have to decide is that the way we use our words can change our experience. So if something comes up that I might not think is the best, I can still say thank you for this opportunity because I know there's something good in it for me. I know it, even when I don't like it. And I may be stomping my feet and saying I don't like it, but I know that there is something to be grateful for right there. So we have the free will in life to decide how we're going to respond. And how are we going to respond? What are we going to do? Greg Braden outlines the nature of the universe and the power, and his scientific beliefs has shown that it's not just the word, but it's our emotions as well. It's our emotions. It's what we're thinking about. So if I say, I'm a child of God, I deserve good, and then I go, yeah, right, well, I really don't. I'm really just a lowly piece of dirt. I'm negating that, am I not? So we have to be careful about what we think and how we feel. Got it? So we want to be aware of our words. how we're using our words, especially that I am. I am that I am that I am. What does that mean? I am. I have a practice where I do the 12 powers. And I swim and I do the 12 powers. So the first cross I go, God is love. And then I do, I am love. And then I do, we are love if I'm really doing a good job that day. But I go through those 12 powers going, God is. God is imagination. I'm imagination. God is power. I am power. God is strength. I am strength. You can start to use that I am to power yourself up. And I can tell you, by the time I'm through those 12 powers, I feel completely different. I usually kind of slug into the pool to swim going, oh, I don't really want to do this, but I'm gonna. And I get out and I just feel like I'm illumined. And that's how it is when we start to use our energy in a way that fills us, heals us. Jesus was very careful about his words. He used his words in a very affirmative way. He went to the deaf man and said, open up, open up. He began to hear. He went to the man that was lying there and said, take up your bed and walk. He didn't say, let's talk about it and see what kind of past you had. Let's see what hurts behind that. We all have hurts. We know that. But don't they begin to mean less and less as time goes by? It's not to say that I can't remember them, because I do remember that bully from the 3rd grade. But I don't have to let that bully live in my head and in my heart. I don't hurt from it anymore. Do you? Do you still hurt from your bullies? Do you have a bully in your life now? Is it time to get rid of a bully in your life? By saying, no, you don't get to say that to me. No, you don't get to say that to me. So if we are going to look at the work of Greg Braden and see how powerful the Word is and how powerful our thoughts are and how powerful our minds are, if we're going to use this work, then we want to know what we're about and who we are. Have you spent some time thinking about what it is you would like to see in your life right here and now? Have you thought about that? Have you looked at, are you just living one day at a time, just going through, saying, well, I don't know, whatever. I think many people in America today feel defeated, feel like we're powerless, and are just going along. But I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a minute. Because we are powerful. We do have energy. We can change the world within our hearts. We can do it within our hearts. We may not see it out here, but we can begin seeing it here. The more we see it in here, the more it happens. Jesus said, be quiet to the man with an evil spirit. Be quiet. We can say that to ourselves. Be quiet when it goes off. I have that voice that goes off telling me all the things I'm not. Like right now, there's a voice going, oh no, you shouldn't even be doing this. You don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't know what it's talking about. You are powerful, wonderful people, and you have the ability to use the Word. You have the ability to make a decision about your feelings. You know, they say when we smile, we actually exchange the chemicals going through our body. Just with a smile, whether we really feel it or not, it starts to happen. I used to go to work and I'd be like, and I had to smile at work a lot. And I would come home and I'd be in the best mood because I'd spent the day smiling, helping people, wanting the best for them. You know, when you go in someplace and you see people and they're kind of grumpy, instead of buying into their grumpiness, send them some love. Be nice to them. Ask them how their day's going. I sometimes find it amazing if I look at somebody in the eye And I go, how's your day? And they're like, whoa, you're talking to me? You see me? You see me? Yes, I do. I do. So Jesus taught his disciples the power of the word. He told them that they could make a difference and they could change things by using that word. And he showed them this, he demonstrated it as he walked past a fig tree one day, and the fig tree had no figs, and he cursed that tree. And when they walked by the next day, the tree was dead. It was dead. So he wanted us and his disciples to see what can happen. What can happen. So there was this little boy. He was about 8 years old. And he was mad at his sister. And he just took and he tore his sister apart. Said how lousy she was. How he didn't like her. How she was no good. She was smart. I mean, she was stupid and she was a girl besides. Just an old girl. Now his father happened to hear this. And his father was a very, very wise man. And he said, let's go outside, son. And he got a board, got a link board, took some nails, took a hammer, and he said, I want you to hammer all these nails into this board. And so the little boy did. You know, he's 8, 9 years old. He had lots of energy. Bang, 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 bang. Got them all in. The father said, now I'd like you to take them out. So he did. He took them all out of there. And the father said, now what do you see? He said, I see some holes. He said, that's what it's like when we put words out there that are hurtful. We end up with a hole. We don't want to have holes, do we? We want to be loving. We want to be filled with the strength of God. The thing about the word is that while it has power, we must then take action. So again, I can sit at home and affirm something. It's not going to change unless I get up and do it. Unless I get up and take the first step. And it may not be the right first step, but it's a step. You know, if there's something that you want and you start out to get it, you may fail, but if you don't start out, you will definitely fail. If you don't begin, and I know we're all, you know, maybe a little older. It looks like some of us are. There's some young people here too. But we still have lots to do, and it's important. I don't know what your thing to do is, but it's important. Don't just sit home thinking you're nothing, because you're something. And you've got lots to offer and lots to give, and this church loves you, and I think you love this church, and it's important to bring the energy. I love it that y'all have an affirmation for the minister that you're calling. I'd actually written that in my notes that I was going to suggest you do that. You're doing it. That's great. You are going to call forth. You are calling forth your right minister. You are calling them forth. And you're going to fill them with love just as they're going to fill you with love. Because that's what we're about. And that is the power of the word. That we can call them forth with the words. Remembering why we're here. Remembering the power of the word. The power of the word. I want you to say with me, I am. I am. Again, I am. What are you? Think of what's coming behind that for you. I am whole and complete. Let's do that. I am whole and complete. Again, I am whole and complete. Yeah. Feel the power there? Yeah. It vibrates through us, moving us. It is the power of movement. So let's move and let's enjoy and let's sing and dance the song of our hearts. God bless you. Okay. Who's next here? There you go.
I love you. Now is our time for giving and receiving. As the ushers come forward, I invite you to hold your tithes and offering in your hand as we bless our gifts with the affirmation on the screen. Remember, it is the consciousness from which you give that makes the difference. We live in an infinitely abundant universe. It's okay. Let us say our offertory blessings. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send it forth with my blessings and my love. And now, let us say our prayer for protection. Our closing prayer.
We can stand. Sure.
If you want to. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is.
And all is well. God bless you.
God bless you. Love you. Namaste.
Would you like to say a blessing for the food?
Yes, I was just going to ask you if you'd like me to do that. So I understand that there's food today, and so we know that this food has been cooked and prepared with love, that it nourishes the body, mind, and spirit, and the gathering together is one that also feeds and fills the heart. And so it is.
And
Amen.
so it is. Amen. Good.
Okay, Father.
I'm good.